Hello, fellow Island Riders. Happy Friday. I hope your Friday is going good. If it's your Friday, maybe it isn't your Friday. Maybe you're watching this on a Saturday. If you are, I hope your day is going good. That's the bottom line objective for today. Another objective for today is to put some wheels back on the Silver Fox. Holy smokes, I brought you in kind of cold. You must be starting the video with the old bike up on the jack and no wheels on it. It's a little bit of a shocker, but I swear there's good news. Good news is we've got our tires. New tire time. It's exciting times. Yes, indeed. We got the front and the back here, so I'll get that here and show you exactly what I got going on for you. But like I mentioned, it is Friday, and it is the last Friday of the month, which means that it is, I'm just kind of wheeling myself around, that is channel update time. So it's time to kind of reconnect a little bit on the timeline level and share with you a little bit about what's coming down the pipe, what I'm up to today. And you know, today we're up to tires. It's all about tires. So I'll give you the quick lowdown here. I've got a Shinko 804 on the front going on, and I've got a TKC80 on the back. So why do I have a mismatch here? I guess is the first question. Well, in the last channel update, we were kind of goofing around with tires at the same time. And I kind of mentioned that Continental recalled their TKC80s, a select number of TKC80 rear tires. And mine was one of them, so I had to ditch it. So, of course, since a lot of these front tires are getting recalled, it's like impossible to find a front TKC80. So I went and I got my buddy Mitch down at Bolger Motorsports. Mitch the man, you know him well. He set me up with a Shinko 804 from the front. And I think that's gonna work. You know, I'm looking at, actually, you know what I wanted to show you? I wanted to show you the tread pattern comparison between the two here. There we go. So if you take a look, and I'll try to throw up a photo of the TKC80 front that I did have. Here's the 804. And then here's the TKC80. Now I feel like the lug style that the 804 has kind of complements the TKC80 quite well. Do you see how it has that linear, you know, kind of paddle profile, but very broken up lug on both sides? I'm hoping that works in our advantage. That's kind of why I, you know, kind of agreed to the mismatch instead of just going to get another 805. But yeah, I'm super excited to see, you know, what the fuss is about with TKC80 tires. I've heard so much. I've watched Mason's ADV run them all the time, and I've seen a lot of folks on like the KTM Adventure R's, the 890R, like my buddy Craig, I believe, has a set of them on there, and he's loving them. Craig, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you got the Battle Axe ones or whatever, but I'm looking forward to it. But I'll tell you what else I'm looking forward to. The big trip this year. That's right. By the time you're watching this video here now, me and Brandon are already out there. You know, I am filming this about a week in advance, but we're there. We're in Nova Scotia. And particularly today, as you're watching this, on the Friday, we're up around the Annapolis Valley and Grand Prix, and we're heading towards Annapolis Royal, up through the Railbed Trail. Well, you know, that's the plan. You know me with plans, I usually end up getting lost and the plan ends up getting completely changed. But we'll have to see where that takes us. Our plan tonight is going to stay in a campground, if you could believe it or not. Yeah, shocker. But I'm looking forward to that as well. So that's really the biggest news. I will say this, if you're in Nova Scotia and you want to hang out, you want to go for a rip, you know, find me on Instagram, send me a direct message, a DM, a message there. Let me know, and we'll see if we can hook something up, you know, while we're down tooling around the Annapolis Valley and the South Shore. Well, we've got lots of time, and we've got lots of trails to ride, and I'm looking forward to it. But for now, before I can even get to any of that stuff that's happening in the future, I have to get these wheels on. So let's get these suckers on, and then maybe we'll take it out for a rip and see how they perform, eh? Because I'm super stoked to see what these things have got. Oh man. So this is why I like working on the bike in wintertime. The jobs are definitely less sweaty, that's for sure. But listen to that rubber. Oh, fresh, so fresh. So pumped to get these out there. The Shinko 804 and 805 are what I typically run. So this is definitely a departure from the normal for me. So I'm really excited, like I mentioned. But the Shinkos, they last, man. They just last, and they tear it up in the sand, they tear it up in the mud. They're so worth it for me. So I'm really interested to see the kind of longevity that I'm going to get out of this TKC80 in the back, and what kind of feel it's going to have. And I'll show, I'll try to throw up some pictures of the old Shinkos. We made it to 10,000 kilometers on that. I don't know how that works out in freedom units, but I'll put the conversion down there for you. But I find that I still had a little bit of traction, but in the last run that I did, the one I was just out filming here a little while ago, actually. I was doing a really cool storyteller ride there up along Mount Tryon. It was a really beautiful run, but there were a lot of uphills, under roads, and I could feel those Shinkos in the back just whipping, spinning out. So it's their time, so I'm so glad. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to give the bike a last look over, and then I'm going to gear up and I'm going to head out for a ride. And we'll take a look, and I'll give you my impressions on that TKC80 rear. I'm expecting to feel a difference. All right, I'll catch you out there, guys. All right, on the road. First impressions, right off the get-go. I'm on here on the asphalt, and I'm up coming into the Blooming Point area, which is my proving grounds, my testing grounds for new stuff on the KLR. If I want to test something, I come up here. And the reason why is because this little route of mine down through Anderson Road has everything. It's got mud, it's got sand, it's got, you know, large stone gravel road, it's got asphalt twisties. And I've already been through a few twisties. I've already got about, 14 kilometers on these tires now, so I'm gonna say they're scrubbed in. But here's what I'll give you as my very first asphalt impression of this. Vibration reduction, big time. Well, I wouldn't say big time, it's noticeable, which is, for me, big time, I guess. But compared to the Shinko 804 front, 805 rear combination, it's a difference, and I notice it. And that is awesome. That's comfort right there. And I don't know why that is. And maybe it's because of the more, I don't know, the more surface area you get out of the tread pattern. Maybe if that's what it is, but that's what I feel on this. As well as shakiness, it self-corrects right away. There's no wobble on a crank. It's really, really good. So I'm loving that. And I don't know, it feels like it just feels planted in the back. All right, let's try out some gravel here. A little bit. This will get worse probably. Now the Shinko 804 in the front is notorious for this kind of, larger stone gravel road, making it a little wobbly. Even just for the first, 500 kilometers or so. So let's get into it and see how she feels. It's still there in the front, but I don't feel it in the back as much. I still feel it. Yeah. So this is still a little bit squirrely. I don't know, it's hard. Maybe you can see the bars kind of moving around. And I can feel that in the front and the rear. Now last time with the Shinko 805, I really couldn't feel it in the rear as much. It was all basically up front here. So that's a thing. But you know what? For me, with the Shinko, speed was what counteracted that. If I started getting the wobble too much, I applied throttle and it kind of straightened out the situation. And again, that went away after a little bit of riding. After 500 kilometers of riding, that was no longer an issue. So there's that to consider. So I don't know if that's a +1 or a -1 for the TKC80 in the rear. Let's keep moving through here. We got some more terrain to test. Dustier stuff here now, a little bit looser gravel, a looser dirt road. Feels good standing up, and like I mentioned, feels planted. So while we're getting off to the next section, let's talk a little bit more channel update business. Where are we at now? You guys are finishing up the run with Hugo and the Magnificent Seven. I was trying to think of a title or a catchline for that thumbnail forever, and Magnificent, when I saw we had 7 riders, and I saw Magnificent 7. I couldn't help myself. So that was such a fun run. Oh my god, did we ever push ourselves. Holy smokes, I was getting faint. I wasn't letting everybody else know, but I was like lightheaded. I needed to eat way more before that ride. And I feel bad for old Jimmy and Maritimer ATV. I was chatting with him prior to the meeting, prior to the ride, and I was saying to him, you know, man, this is just gonna be like the Shepparton Road. You know, it's just gonna be like this. And he's like, oh, no problem. And then it turns into that. Oh, so funny. So what's coming up next? Well, our summer series, which is a new thing I think I'm going to do. Summer series. I think that's been fun. Mayhem on the Mainland. Awesome title. It continues as we head towards Martin Head. So I'll pick you guys back up at 45 Bridge. And then we're going to hook up with KLR Phil, my buddy from New Brunswick, and we're going to go do some moto camping. And that is really fun. Oh, I don't want to spoil it too much. Also, let's check out the turn rate action here. A little bit of lean on the dirt. So far, doesn't seem to be a problem at all. Took that at like 60 kilometers an hour. Here's something a little tighter. Scoot up, leg out. No problem. That felt more planted than the Shinko, and I think that long lateral lug not being there and being broken up by that other tread pattern is helping that out. Awesome. All right, we're almost into the next trial, if you will. So far, my impressions, early impressions are, it's good. I wouldn't say it's blowing my mind like this is a complete difference, but like it's good. It's good. This will tell the tale right here, Anderson Road. Oh, we might not have any mud. Figured we'd have some mud after all the rain. Let's get off to the side and just give this a little. Whoa! Did you see that? Did you see that squirreliness? Oh, boys. That was a little squirrely. I don't know. I don't know, man. That was a lot. Into the ruts here now. It's holding on, but oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Sand. All right. So that was a little wild. Let's try some slow speed mud here. Left side. Ooh, that pushed through good. Sand, middle time. Not bad, not bad. I find in the sand, here's the thing. And that little tiny patch of mud, the bike did not kick out to the left or right as much as the Shinko 805 did. 100%. In that bit of sand, it kind of did. We got way more sand coming up here, so let's try this again. So this is a bit of a sandy mess right here. Not too bad there, but that wasn't a lot. That wasn't a lot. I was pretty tame. All right, let's try this out. Straight into it. Not too bad, not too bad. It's holding its own, pretty good. Here we go. Oh, there's some. Oh, there we go. No problem. All right, no problem, no problem. Let's try it again. All right, let's just slow speed it through the sand here. Ooh, not bad, not bad. Not bad. This is real good stuff. Ah, not bad at all. I'm shocked. All right, well, maybe the mind is getting a little blown today, Island Riders. Maybe we are having a bit of a cool reaction to this new TKC80 science. Awesome. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know what to think yet. I think we need more data. Now, a couple things I will mention about these guys, and I'll just give you a little zoomy-roo on the tread pattern here. And we'll also just have a look, make sure nothing weird's happening. So this is the 804 front. So yeah, one thing I'll mention when I was putting the tire back on and mounting it up, this section of chain guard right here was hidden against it. So what I did is I pulled the chain guard off and I hit it with a heat gun and bent it in a little bit. Seems to have fixed the problem. I don't see any rubbing there too. Let's check the exhaust. Yeah, there's no rubbing on the exhaust either, or on the inside fairing. So our clearances look really good for the tire, which is something I've heard has been a problem and has prompted some people like Mason's ADV to take that whole chain guard off. But I don't think that's going to be an issue with us. I think we're going to be all right. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head up further east to Selkirk. I got the Silver Fox all packed out for a nice little camp out. So I think I'm going to do a little video up there and maybe hit St. Margaret's Beach, and who knows, maybe meander around the Glen a little bit. Who doesn't like a good trip up to the Glen, right? So, Island Riders, if you're in your August and you're starting to feel woeful that, maybe the summer is coming to an end, let me tell you right now, this season doesn't end, Island Riders. The season goes on. We go on. And we've got lots of great adventures coming up, and I cannot wait to share them with you. September is going to be a big month. I'm not going to spoil it, but we've got guests. We've got goals. We've got awesome rides planned, and I cannot wait to share with them. I'm so pumped right now. Oh, I'm like, new tires? So cool. Oh, yeah, we're going to the Glen. We're going to go put you through the woods, test you right out. So, until the next time we ride together, Island Riders, and wherever you are on your adventure on two wheels, if it's on a red dirt road, if it's on the blacktop, take care and ride safe.